Bonjour mes amis, ça va? In our last lesson, we learned two ways of asking how people are. Comment allez-vous or comment allez-vous and comment vas-tu? One formal and one informal way. Another way of asking this, usually in an informal context, is ça va? We can answer this using expressions similar to the ones we used the last time. Très bien, merci. Very well, thank you. Assez bien. Pretty well. Comme ci, comme ça. So. So now you know another way of greeting people in French. And we use this at the beginning of our sessions from here on. Maintenant, mes amis, nous allons parler de nombres. Now, let's talk about numbers. Let's see how well you remember these numbers. If you need to review them again, please look at your book. Chapitre 1, liste de vocabulaire et le nombre cardinal. Cardinal numbers. Let's practice numbers 0 to 9 using telephone numbers, shall we? Listen to the following phrase and see if you can copy down the phone number at the end. I'm going to give you a number and you write it down. Mon numéro de téléphone, c'est le, means my phone number is. Go ahead and repeat the phrase for pronunciation only. Mon numéro de téléphone, c'est le. Okay, now try to copy down the number I give you. Ready? Mon numéro de téléphone, c'est le 2 4 0 6 2 9 7 8 0 7. I repeat. Mon numéro de téléphone, c'est le 2 4 0 6 2 9 7 8 0 7. How did you do it? Ready for the answer? 240 62 97 807. If not, reverse the video and take another listen. Let's have a try now. Pause the video and say your phone number. Start with the phrase, mon numéro de téléphone, c'est le. Go ahead. Now let's practice the numbers and practice telling times. Pay careful attention to the Z sound that happens between the word 2 heures, 3 heures, 6 heures. 6 heures, 6 o'clock. In French, the Z sound is called a liaison, in a French word for link or connection. It's the sound that happens when an X or an S comes before a vowel, as in 2 heures, 3 heures, and 6 heures. But wait, you're thinking the letter H isn't a vowel. Well, in French, when H is the first letter of a word, it's a silent letter, which means that words like homme, man, and horizon, horizon. The first sound we pronounce is the vowel after the H. The O in homme and the O in horizon. So, 2 heures, 3 heures, 6 heures, the liaison Z links are connected to words. Because X and S come before a sound, all because of the silent H. So, if the number that comes after 0 is on, why do we say 1 heure? That's because the number, unlike the rest of the numbers we learned, has both masculine and feminine version. And just like some adjectives, we know the feminine version gets a or E added. So masculine one is on, and feminine one is, you guessed it, une. As we use une because the word in French for hour, heure, is feminine. So instead of une heure, en heure, we say une heure. Finally, we know that the number 9, 9, ends in an F. I know that. But it also changes when it comes before the word heure. F sounds change to a V sound, and we say 9 heures. Please note that the être in the expression il est, il heure, une heure for the times. Let's practice the numbers that are also in your list of vocabulary, chapter 1. Let's focus on the numbers 10 to 20 and 20 to 30. As you hear each number, pay attention to the nasal sound pronounced by the letter combinations on, in, on. Please take a look at your book and repeat after the practice. Go for number 11, 11, 15, 15, and 20, 20. Take a moment and repeat these numbers. They are important. Look at the number 30. It has also a nasal sound pronounced by E and N together. How about the days of the week? Are you ready for that? Look at the calendar and learn to say the dates. In this case, I will say aujourd'hui, c'est le lundi, le 4 janvier. For today, we use the words aujourd'hui, and for January, we use janvier. Imagine today's Tuesday, the 9th. In this case, I will say aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, le 9 février. Practice the rest of the months of the year, and we have a few more practice with more dates. So if the question is, quelle est la date d'aujourd'hui? What's today's date? What would you say? Right? And also, if I say, quelle est la date de demain? Quel jour est demain? What would you say? Practice more days today, tomorrow, and next weekend. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, le 18 mai. What did I say? Aujourd'hui, c'est le mardi, le 18 mai. Today is mardi, le 18. Bien, mes amis, that's all for this assignment. À la prochaine. See you next week.